A very good morning, student. This is your chemistry class, and in our previous classes we have studied the chapter hydrogen, the lightest element known, and in our previous classes we have discussed about occurrence of hydrogen, preparation of hydrogen. We have discussed how hydrogen is prepared by action of alkali solution on metal, how action of steam heated on metals, and action of acid on metal, and then hydrogen is liberated in this. And we have also discussed about laboratory method, how it is prepared in the in laboratory with the help of zinc granules and sulfuric acid. We have discussed about precaution, test for hydrogen, properties of hydrogen. Now we are going to start a new topic, chemical properties of hydrogen. We have already discussed about physical properties. These are: hydrogen is colorless, odorless and tasteless. Hydrogen is the lightest element known. It is about 20 times lighter than air, and hydrogen is springly soluble in water. Hydrogen cannot be easily liquefied. It doesn't support combustion. So combustibility, it is highly inflammable gas and catches fire easily. Remember this, that it is a highly inflammable gas, but it does not support combustion, but it is a highly inflammable gas and it catches the fire very easily. It burns in the air in oxygen with pale blue flame forming water vapor. Whenever you will burn hydrogen, you will see the pale blue flame there. And dry hydrogen gas when burned in presence of oxygen, that is air, in boiling tube procedure, water vapors which fill in the boiling tube. These vapor condense and tiny droplets of water trickle down and collected in the beaker. Here the tiny droplets of water is collected here. When hydrogen is burned, dry hydrogen gas is burned. This liquid can be tested by pouring it over the anhydrous copper sulfate. If you will have to test this liquid, you can pour copper sulfate, white in color, which turns blue. Whenever the copper sulfate, which is of white color, whenever it turns the blue, it proves that liquid forms in water. So the copper sulfate here change the color, it turns into blue. Action with litmus. Now see what is the action of litmus here. Hydrogen does not change the color, either red litmus paper or blue litmus paper. As we have seen that acid changes the litmus paper color and base also changes the litmus paper color. Litmus paper changes its color from blue to red and red to blue. But here hydrogen does not change the color either of red litmus paper or blue litmus paper, indicating that it is a neutral in nature. Hydrogen is neither acidic in nature nor basic in nature. It is neutral. Now see reaction with non-metals. As we have discussed here the action of alkali solution on metals, now we will see the reaction with non-metal. What will happen if we will react hydrogen with non-metal? Reaction with non-metal, hydrogen burns in oxygen with blue flame forming water vapor. Whenever we will burn this hydrogen with non-metal, it will give a blue flame and form the water vapor here. Like we have discussed here, that whenever hydrogen is burned in presence of air, that is oxygen, it is also non-metal, it will give a water vapor. See the reaction, 2H2, it is hydrogen and oxygen gives water vapor here. And also we know that hydrogen and oxygen combine together to give water also. So this is a formula of water vapor. If it is H2O, it is water. Reaction with chlorine. What happens when hydrogen is react with chlorine? Hydrogen combines with chlorine in presence of sunlight to form hydrogen chloride. Whenever in presence of sunlight, the hydrogen combine with chlorine, it form a hydrogen chloride gas. Either hydrogen is there here and here chlorine. So H2 plus Cl2 gives out hydrogen chloride as is 2HCl. So whenever the hydrogen and chlorine is also a non-metal. So whenever a hydrogen will react with chlorine, it gives in presence of sunlight hydrogen chloride. Now reaction with nitrogen. Now let us see reaction with nitrogen. Hydrogen combines with nitrogen in presence of iron whenever the iron catalyst is there. Remember this, iron catalyst is mandatory whenever it react with in iron catalyst under the special condition 450 centigrade to 500 centigrade temperature. Temperature should be 4 and 250 to 300 atmospheric pressure should be there to form ammonia gas. So how ammonia gas is formed? Whenever nitrogen is combined with hydrogen in presence of iron catalyst, it is mandatory, and special conditions are there. The temperature should be 450 centigrade to 500 centigrade and 250 to 300 atmospheric pressure should be there, and it will give us ammonia gas. So ammonia gas is also derived from hydrogen here. Now see reaction with sulfur. What happens when hydrogen react with sulfur? Hydrogen react with molten sulfur to form the hydrogen sulfide gas. Whenever hydrogen react with molten sulfur, it gives hydrogen sulfide gas here. Now see reaction with metals. Hope you understood reaction with non-metals. Different types of non-metals are there, and they give different, the hydrogen act differently, and they give a different compound when it combined with other metals, non-metals. Now see, let us see what happen if combined with metals. Certain metals like sodium and calcium react with hydrogen forming hydride. So here too, sodium plus hydrogen, it reacts and gives sodium hydride. Calcium react with hydrogen, it gives us calcium hydride. Now see reaction with metallic oxide. What happens when hydrogen is react with metallic oxide like copper oxide, lead oxide, zinc oxide, whatever? It gives us copper plus water, means hydrogen react with metallic oxide and reduce their corresponding metals. They reduce, like copper oxide plus hydrogen, they gives us copper and water. Always water is formed whenever it react with metal oxide. Any metal oxide, when we will react with hydrogen, it will give us water plus that special metal which we are reacting. Like seen in the example of copper oxide plus hydrogen, it gives us copper and H2O, that is water. Because here copper when react with hydrogen, so copper is written here, and H2 will react with oxygen and it gives us water. Here also lead monoxide, when it react with hydrogen, lead is liberated here and water, we get the compound water here. So hope you understood this also, reaction with metallic oxide. Now let us see what is redox reaction. What is redox reaction and what is reducing and oxidizing agent? The chemical reaction in which hydrogen is combined with a substance or oxygen is removed from that substance. Whenever hydrogen is combined with a substance or hydrogen is removed from a substance, it is known as reduction reaction. Why it is known as reduction reaction? Because the substance which remove the oxygen or supply hydrogen is called reducing agent. The main substance which supply hydrogen and reduce oxygen. So removal of oxygen from any substance, any reaction is known as reduction reaction, and addition of that is known as oxidation reaction. So here we have discussed about reduction reaction. Don't confuse between reduction and oxidation. Whenever the oxygen is removed from any substance, removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen. In simple words you can say removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen is called as reduction reaction, and the substance which remove the oxygen and supply oxygen, that main substance is called as reducing agent here. And the chemical reaction in which oxygen is combined with a substance, whenever oxygen is combined with a substance or hydrogen removed there hydrogen is removal of hydrogen and addition of oxygen is known as oxidation reaction. Removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen is called as oxidation reaction. Don't get confused between reduction reaction and oxidation reaction. It is just opposite to oxidation reaction is just opposite to reduction reaction. Here addition of oxygen and reduction of hydrogen take place, and the substance which remove hydrogen and supply oxygen is called as oxidizing agent. Consider the following reaction. See here the example, PbO means lead monoxide. Why monoxide? Because single oxygen is here. So lead monoxide when react with hydrogen, it gives us lead plus hydrogen. Here both oxidation and reduction reaction are taking place simultaneously. So here what is happening there? See, you can see here oxygen is also being added here and hydrogen is also being removed here, and it is simultaneously happening. Here addition of oxygen and addition of hydrogen is also here, and from Pb means from lead monoxide, removal of oxygen is also here. So both the reaction when react simultaneously, lead monoxide losing oxygen and hence being reduced, at the same time hydrogen being oxidized and gaining oxygen. This is called as redox reaction. When oxidation and reduction happen simultaneously, means together, then we get redox reaction. Such reactions are called as redox reaction. So once again I am going to revise this. When both the reaction, oxidation reaction and reduction reaction take place simultaneously, or you can see together, then it is called as redox reaction. Now let us discuss about some uses of hydrogen. Uses of hydrogen are: hydrogen is used to produce ammonia gas, as we have seen that reaction. Ammonia in turn is used to manufacture fertilizers. Many fertilizers are made up of ammonia. And hydrogen is used in manufacture of vegetable ghee, which is passed through the vegetable oil in presence of nickel catalyst and get converted into vegetable ghee. So we can also we are also getting vegetable ghee with the help of oxygen. Oxyhydrogen flame produce a temperature around 3000 centigrade. Is so good, so high. Therefore, it is used for cutting and yielding of metals. So it is this temperature is so high, 3000 centigrade, and we get it from oxyhydrogen flame. Now liquid hydrogen is used as a fuel in space rocket. Space rocket is filled with liquid hydrogen. Hydrogen is used as a reducing agent for extraction of metal from their oxide. Like we have seen the example of this metallic oxide, like lead monoxide, when react with hydrogen, it gives the lead, means from lead monoxide, the lead is being extracted here. So it is also used in extraction of the metals. And hydrogen is used to produce various petrochemicals. Various petrochemicals are produced by hydrogen. A mixture of hydrogen and helium is used in aeroplanes also. So student, hope you understood this chapter very nicely, and watch the videos carefully so that you can answer these questions. Your homework is you have to solve the book exercises completely, and you have to read the chapter from the starting and complete all the book exercises except define these terms and question answers. You have to solve this also. Solve in book only. Thank you, students.